Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder Night. Tonight I am going to show you how to create 3 cards from one 6x6 sheet of Designer Series paper. We will be using the beautiful Gallery 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. This is part of my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit for this month. So club members will find the One Sheet Wonder download pattern with the measurements and the pattern for cutting up the Designer Series paper in the photo gallery on my blog. If you would like to know more about my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit, or better yet, subscribe, there's a link under the video that says show more. Click on that more, and there's a link to the blog post that talks about this month's kit. I do appreciate any and all orders, and I do love my club members. They do get a lot of bonus items, PDF files for being in the club. So make sure to check that out. Let's change the camera and get started. All right, so this is that gorgeous 6x6 Designer Series paper. It is called Beautiful Gallery. There are scenic prints, there's floral prints. We are going to be using this floral print right here to create 3 cards. Now, club members do not need to purchase any stamp sets to go with their club kit. Unless they want their sentiments to be identical to mine, then they're going to want to purchase the Beautiful Motifs bundle. I say bundle because in the photo gallery I have bonus PDF files that use both bundles in this suite, as well as this Damas Designs embossing folder. Now I'm going to be using that tonight as well. The other bundle in this month's suite is called the Gallery Blooms. Again, if they want to do any of the bonus projects in those PDF files, they're going to need both bundles. Now, if they don't want to do them, they can use any sentiment stamp set that they have on hand. So there's lots of different sentiments that will fit inside the dies that come in the kit. But if they want theirs identical to mine, they're going to want to purchase the bundle. Now, this beautiful Gallery 6x6 paper pack is on special this month. It is 15% off because it contains some of those 2025, 2027 in colors. Now, this particular print has that Secret C, I think is what it's called. Yes, Secret C, which is that dark, and that's what I'm going to use for my card base for tonight, as well as the ink, the Secret C ink. This is also on special this month, 15% off. So all in colors, not only just the papers, but the inks and the blends and the markers, but any Designer Series paper that contains an in color that is the 2025, 2027 in color, that is 15% off as well. So the beautiful gallery paper, the celebratory sips that I used last month in my club, that's on special. Let's see, I think it's Floral Impressions, or there's another bloom one. There's the Painterly Pears is also one. Those are all 15% off. So now's the time to grab any in color from the 2025-2027 year. So grab them. Let's get started for tonight. We're going to take this print right here and we're going to cut 1 inch off the bottom. I say bottom because I consider this the bottom. And then we're going to take another 1 inch off the bottom. Now we're going to cut this at 3 inches. You're going to take this piece and you're going to cut it at 1.5. You're going to take this and cut this at 2.5. So I'm going to leave my prints off to the side here so I remember how they went. And on this one, I'm going to cut 1.5 off at the top. And we're going to move that over there. Then you're going to take the other one and you're going to do the same thing, 1.5. You could layer them, but I want to make sure that mine are nice and even. And then we're going to take those 2 strips and we're going to cut them down to 5 and a quarter. No, we're actually going to put them at 5. So these are the only 2 little things I'm not using. Garbage. All right, so I think I'm going to get started with my little strips here first. So my card base is the Secret C, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So go ahead and fold it in half. Then I need a piece of basic white. And this should be 4 by 5 1/4. Yep, that looks good. I need to burnish that a little bit better. So now I'm going to take those strips and I'm going to put them one on each side like this. And I mean, it doesn't really matter which way they go. There's one way you like better than another. If it looks better, switch them around. Okay, and then I have embossed with that coordinating, well, it's part of the suite, damask embossing folders, and I did it in the cloud cover, which is another in color that is new, that is 15% off, and that's going to go down the center just like that. I think you can kind of see that texture on there. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. I'm going to place my strips so I kind of know width-wise, and we're going to glue those on. In place. All right. I generally will start on the outside edges and work towards the center. So I'm kind of lining them up along the side and along the bottom and the top. And then I will do the center piece. And fit that in place. All right, and now we'll put that on our card front. Beautiful. Now we're going to take those Stylish Shapes dies. I got a whole... Are you like me, and when you have your machine out and die cutting, you just do a bunch just because it makes it quick and easy? I'm going to use this banner from the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm going to use that Secret C ink and the Celebrate from the Beautiful Motifs stamp set. Stamp that in there like that. And you know how I like to take a little strip and this is that Secret C. We'll take a little strip, put that behind it. We'll pop that up on our card front. Again, with that one 6x6 sheet, we're going to create 3 beautiful cards. You can place that wherever you like. And then I'm just going to flag those ends like so. And then part of the Beautiful Gallery suite is these pressed flower motifs. Now these are a little heavy, so if yours come a little messed up like this, it's just because they were heavy and they kind of fell off the paper during shipping. They still work all the same. They just might look a little bunched up. And I'm going to put one up here, I think. And then for the inside, I have some white. If you have more of that paper, you could cut a strip and put that in there. You could also emboss another cloud cover strip and put that so it coordinates with the front. I'm thinking I might do that because that is a very pretty embossing folder. And that would just tie the front cloud cover piece in with the inside. So I'm going to do that when I'm all done tonight. So that's card number 1, super easy. Card number 2, we're going to take those pieces. I have a piece of white here. This is 3.5 by 4.5. We're going to place those pieces that I cut on here, spacing them out. Let's see, make sure this is the right direction. I think it's got to go, I turned it. I think it's got to go like this. Yes. Try to keep it straight, and then I go ahead and mess them up. All right, so I'm going to just kind of play with that. Get my spacing in there. I know it will move when I pick it up, but this will just kind of give me an idea. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to start by grabbing a corner here. I need a little sanding block. I got a little rough edge from my cutting blade. I think I need to change my blade. Once it starts getting little fuzzies on the edges, it's time to change the blade. So I'm going to put that just like that. I'm going to just lightly, put it down in case I still need to move it a little bit. Once I have it in place. Do that same with this side. Whoops. I did have a silicone pad, which I should be using with this liquid glue. Alright, because I'm getting glue on my glass mat here. Make sure I got that right. Alright, so let's just touch this up a little bit. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing. Let me grab another piece of white with this one over here. So I'm going to kind of gauge that. And now that I have this one done, I can kind of see how much I need to leave edging. All right, so glue, glue, glue. That looks pretty good. Turn it a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Looks good. Final piece of the puzzle, basically. Whoops. See, I got a little bit of wiggle room with that liquid glue. That's what I like about that. So there's puzzle pieces back together. Now we're going to mat that on a piece of that cloud cover. So let's go ahead and attach those. Like so. So I'm using 2 of the colors of cardstock, the Secret Sea and the cloud cover, which is on sale. And then the Designer Series paper is on sale. So these bases are the same as the first one, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So 2 of those. The ink that I use is on sale. So a lot of the products tonight are 15% off. So now is a perfect time to grab any of those supplies that you haven't gotten yet and save 15%. All right, so that's going to go on there like so. So now, where do you want to put your sentiments? Well, I thought because this is a good spot to put a sentiment, and then I could put something there, and I'm not taking away a lot of the flower detail. So for this one, I'm going to put it's the Stylish Shapes die, banner die there. And then for this one, I want a smaller die because I don't want to come over these florals. So if I look in here, I have a little teeny sentiment there from the Stylish Shapes banner dies, Stylish Shapes dies. I'm going to do the hello, which is part of the beautiful motif. So I'm staying within the sweet. And then this one I'll do celebrate again. What did I do with that? Oh, here it is. So everything was from the Beautiful Gallery product suite. All right, so there's that. Again, with this one, I think I'm going to pop that up with a little strip across the center like that. I'm going to just kind of center it right there at the bottom. I'm not really taking away any of the pretty floral image there. And on this one, I'm going to pop this one up along the edge. I'm not going to put a strip behind this one just because it's tiny and I want to stay kind of within this little square here. So I'm going to pop that up just like that. Then we'll come in with those little pressed flower motifs and put one on each side here. And then maybe we'll stick one up down there. Looks good. And then for this one, we're going to put just a few on here. Maybe we'll put one off in the square up there. So look at that. And then for the inside, I have the white again. And either I will use a die cut because we have this in the suite. So I could stamp this. Well, I'm going to do that on here. I'm not going to color it in. I'm just going to leave it. These are die cuts from this bundle suite of products as well. This particular suite has 2 bundles in it, which is always nice. Now I need my big stamp block. Let's see, where is that? Oh, I gotta take a stamp off. that on there. We will ink it with our Secret C. I'm going to stamp it in the bottom corner. Let me see if I got any scrap paper that I can put underneath here. I'm going to go off to the side. And I'm going to put that on the inside. Very pretty. So again, I'm going to stamp that off to the side. And then put them on the inside. So I'll show you another little tidbit too. If you take your Wink of Stella and you just blend around that stamped image, it's going to pick up that ink. So whatever color you stamp, now this is the Secret C, so what it's doing is it's pulling that blue and it's making my flowers a very light, almost cloud cover blue. And I'm just going to do in the flower buds. I'm not going to do the leaves. So just quick. And it brings that almost like cloud cover. Perfect to the inside. Maybe I'll do it on this one too. I kind of like that look. My Wink of Stella here is running out of juice. But it just gives that light blue shading. Or, you know, you could color it with your blends, but this is a really quick and easy way to color those in if you want just a light shading. Pretty quick, and it also, because you use the Wink of Stella, it gives a little shimmer to it. So I'm going to put that on the inside. Like so. Maybe I'll do that with the other card too, but those are your 3 cards from one 6x6 sheet of that beautiful gallery designer series paper. Again, if you would like to know more about my StampCamp at Home Card Club kit, click on more under the video, and there's a link to my blog post that talks about this month's kit and all the goodies that you receive. If you would like any of these supplies, especially these that are on special 15% off, that sale ends August 31st, 2025. So make sure you grab them. There is a list under the video. Click on more and it will bring you to my online store. I do appreciate any and all orders. Just click on what you need. If you need the Secret C, the cloud cover paper, just click on those links and it will bring you to my store and you just add it to your shopping cart. That is it for tonight. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell in the upper right-hand corner so you know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.